Have you ever noticed something strange in the carnivore community? One person says they feel amazing, mental clarity, fat melting away, inflammation gone, energy through the roof. And another person says, Dr. Hampton, I feel terrible, constipated, cold all the time, can't sleep, craving sugar, no energy, mood swings. And the crazy part, both people are technically eating meat. So today we need to ask a very important question. Are you eating carnivore or are you just eating meat? Because my friends, those are not always the same thing. And trust me, this conversation is overdue. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Dr. Tony Hampton. I'm a board-certified family physician and obesity specialist with a master's in nutrition and functional medicine. And after helping people improve metabolic health for years, I've learned something important. Success on carnivore is often less about whether you eat red meat and more about how you eat it. So stay with me, because one of the later points may explain why your carnivore journey feels harder than it should. And yes, we're going to have a little fun along the way. Because if all you needed to hear was eat meat, that would be a 30-second TikTok video. But your body is more sophisticated than that. Let's start with mistake number 1, too lean. Now, I know somebody watching this is eating chicken breast right now looking nervous. Listen, I'm not saying chicken breast is evil. I'm saying chicken breast carnivore is not the same as ribeye carnivore. Your body needs fuel. And many people accidentally create what I call the sad carnivore diet. Ultra lean meat, no electrolytes, no minerals, no satiety, just dry turkey burgers and emotional damage. Remember this, protein is structural, fat is fuel. When you eat too lean for too long, your body often responds with fatigue, cravings, poor sleep, feeling cold, and sometimes constipation. Why? Because fat helps regulate hormones, supports bile flow, improves satiety, and gives your body a stable energy source. This is why some people feel incredible on carnivore, and others feel like they're preparing for hibernation. Now let's make this even more interesting. Some people are technically carnivore, but they're still metabolically chaotic. Why is that? Because carnivore isn't magic if your lifestyle is a mess. You can't sleep 4 hours, drink 6 cups of coffee, be chronically stressed, never move your body, and then blame the ribeye. The body keeps score. Cortisol matters, sleep matters, circadian rhythm matters. And by the way, many people starting carnivore are also withdrawing from processed food. That's not a small thing. Sugar lights up the brain like a slot machine in Las Vegas. Ultra-processed foods are engineered for hyperpalatability. So when people say, I miss carbs, sometimes what they really miss is stimulation, entertainment, emotional soothing. Carnivore removes a lot of the noise. And for some people, that silence feels uncomfortable at first. Now let's talk electrolytes, because this may be one of the biggest hidden mistakes in the carnivore community. When insulin levels drop, the kidneys release more sodium. That's one reason low-carb diets can help blood pressure. But it also means you may need more sodium than you did before. This is why people often experience headaches, dizziness, fatigue, muscle cramps, or the famous keto flu. And no, your body isn't necessarily rejecting carnivore. It may just be asking for salt. Your ancestors didn't fear salt the way modern culture does. And if you're drinking gallons of water without replacing electrolytes, you may actually dilute yourself into misery. That's why I often tell patients, hydration is not just water, it's minerals too. Now, here's another controversial point. Eating ground beef every day forever may not be ideal for everybody. Now, before the comment section catches on fire, let me explain. You absolutely can survive on simple carnivore meals, but nutrient diversity still matters. Eggs contain choline. Seafood provides iodine and omega-3s. Shellfish can provide minerals like zinc and selenium. Ruminant meat is fantastic, but adding variety may help some people feel better, especially over the long term. And no, you do not need to eat raw yak liver under a full moon to be healthy. Carnivore social media can get weird sometimes, but strategic variety matters. This is especially important for women, athletes, and people under chronic stress. Now let's discuss meal timing, because some people proudly say, I only eat once a day. Meanwhile, their body is sending distress signals like a smoke alarm. Listen carefully. Fasting is a tool, not a religion. Some people thrive eating once daily. Others become exhausted, underfed, irritable, and hormonally stressed, particularly if they're active, leaner, or already metabolically healthy. One of the biggest mistakes I see is people trying to force advanced fasting protocols too early. You just escaped Pop-Tarts 3 weeks ago. Relax. Let your body heal first. And yes, sometimes eating more is actually the answer. I know that sounds illegal in modern diet culture, but undereating chronically can absolutely backfire, especially when people confuse appetite suppression with optimal nourishment. Now let's talk about something people don't mention enough: the emotional side of carnivore. Food is social. Food is cultural. Food is tied to memories. Grandma's peach cobbler, birthday cake, movie popcorn. Carnivore may improve your metabolism, but some people still grieve the emotional experience of food. And if you don't acknowledge that reality, you may end up binging later. This is why sustainability matters. And this is why community matters. You don't need perfection. You need awareness. Now here's the part most people don't expect. The goal isn't to become afraid of food. The goal is metabolic flexibility, healing, satiety, and freedom. Some people will remain strict carnivore long term. Others may use carnivore therapeutically, then transition into a broader low-carb lifestyle. And that's okay. The mission is improving human health, not winning the carnivore Olympics. Nobody gets a gold medal for arguing about butter on the internet. Now, before we close, let me give you a practical framework. If you're struggling on carnivore, ask yourself these questions. Am I eating enough fat? Am I getting enough electrolytes? Am I sleeping enough? Am I under-eating? Am I overly stressed? Am I relying only on ultra-lean meats? Am I expecting instant results? Am I nourishing my body? Or just mechanically eating meat? But there's a difference. And once you understand that difference, everything changes. And if this video helped you think differently about carnivore, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this with somebody struggling on their journey. And I want you to comment below. What improved most when you optimize your carnivore diet? More energy, better sleep, weight loss, mental clarity. I read those comments, and your story may help somebody else heal. Thank you for coming to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.